Alrighty, y'all. So we are going to be adding Moran to the overall community-based tier list. For anybody who is new, every time a brand new character comes out, I actually put a poll up on my channel where the community decides where the character is placed, and then we actually end up placing. Now, we're going to take a look at it. I'm gonna get my thoughts, share my opinion after testing her and stuff like that. I no longer have my pop filter, so you guys are gonna hear that. I apologize, but subscribe, like, we're on the road 20k. Let's start. So this video is gonna come out earlier. This video is being recorded so early in the morning just because I have to go so early in the morning. Ridiculous. But yeah, Moran, very I don't want to say she's a bad character, right? I thought generally when I first seen her kit, and I think a lot of people actually, when we first seen her kit, we thought she was just gonna be like, okay, instantly just trash, like wherever Rosanna is, guaranteed gonna be there, right? But I think this character has a lot of potential, right? She's obviously not replacing like Litter or Dorothy, right? These first one characters, but I do think she is quite good when it comes to one PvP and also cheesing with that mechanic of hers where when she falls below 20% HP, she essentially gets back the HP, right? And then she falls below again, gets it back, falls below again, gets it back 3 times before she can die, right? Essentially 3 revives. So the rankings here, almost 5,000 votes in 10 hours, right? Obviously by the time this gets to 24 hours, I want to say it's going to be 10,000 votes or something like that. It's usually how it goes, but right now a mass majority has her at A tier, right? 12% at S to S. That's maybe because it's Moran. I think that's why so much people voted that, right? 63% have her in A, 19% have her in B, and 6% have her to C to D tier. Now my opinion is I think she is a low A, high B character. That's what I think, right? And I say that because she has a lot of, like, I want to say she's a very cool character, right? Now she's a very fun character as well, but I'm not gonna rank her higher because of how fun she is, right? I don't really want to put her higher than Noah, but at the same time I do. I feel like this character has much more use than Noah, right? You got to remember she's a supporter, a defender, and an attacker. Not like her actual thing, but that's what her roles are, definitely, right? Her burst skill is a DPS, right, where you also give damage reduction 35% to all allies and also increase their defense, right? That's her support mechanic. Her defensive mechanics are in her second skill where she's taunting, and then every time she falls below 20% HP, she gets back max HP that activates once per battle. That's her defensive role. And then her first skill here is also a defensive buff towards herself, and then also more attack when she's attacking, right? So her whole thing is that she's just doing everything, right? And it might be a little of everything because her damage isn't that crazy. If you're putting her with the schoolgirls, then her damage is good, but the problem is you can't run her with the schoolgirls because she's on a 40-second cooldown, which is understandable. She has this burst skill with the damage reduction and defense buff quite big, right? She also loses defense or gets defense for every 1% loss, 3% at that, right? These are level 10 skills, of course. But yeah, I do think she's quite good in PvP. If you guys watched my PvP showcase yesterday, you guys see, well, a lot of people are saying, oh, that's because of Noah, and I don't know, I feel like I'm not gonna say it's Noah's not helping, obviously, but to say, oh, it's all Noah is definitely cope, because in the video, damn near every match, you see her falling below 20% HP, going up, 20% HP going up, 20% HP going up. And mind you, every time she loses HP, she's increasing her own defense. Not to mind you, when we're in the burst skill, which we were always in the burst skill, she also gives all allies damage reduction and even more defense. So to say it was all Noah, I guess Noah, when you use her burst skill as well, she gives you the immunity, but at the end of the day, it's a PvP team, right? Of course, I'm going to have showcases without Noah in arena as well, just to show you guys what that looks like, but it is a PvP based team, right? If I cannot run a PvP team for a PvP showcase, I don't know what to tell you guys, right? It's kind of like running freaking Summer and Nice without anybody to give her, attack for her final attack to do more damage, right? Just, I don't know why every time the character comes out, we need to remove these characters who are supposed to help them out, right? And I don't get it, but it is fine. I think a lot of people do think she's a lot better than what she was at before, as you guys see. So I don't know if I want to put her in the A tier, only because like A is a flat A. We don't have like an A plus, A minus. It's a flat A, right? And I don't want to say it's a reach to put her in A, but I do think that high B is a good spot for her as well, right? I do want to say I think high B is a good spot for her, but because it's community list, we're gonna put her in low A. We're gonna put her in low A, right? Very low A, right? But high B. I think this is her range, A to B, for sure. Let's see what some of the comments are saying, right? Let's see what some of the comments are. Her abilities are alright, but I absolutely love her design. She's SS. So yeah, like Moran is a fan favorite character, so a lot of people like her design, right? Her drip with the glasses is on top there. Definitely a solid A in that she is one of the few defenders that can properly tank in this game. That is true as well, right? That is true as well. Even in my first showcase, without like the arena, she was tanking still, right? So that's the one thing. A lot of these defenders in the game do not tank, right? They really do not tank. The only defenders, honestly, that are tanking is like taunter wise, especially, is like, I want to say Noah, but in anything that's not PvP, she's dying. I'm sorry, it's the reality, right? Anything that's not PvP, she's dying with her taunt. Nero can taunt very well if you have her with Rapunzel, right? But you need to have her with Rapunzel, right? Blanc, obviously, she's not like a taunter, but she's pretty good with her, you know, tank, right? Her tank pretty good. Senti's tank is pretty good. Noah, I don't want to say her tank isn't good, but you guys under, like, in PvE, she, after you lose those 3 seconds, the defense does not matter in the PvE. It just doesn't work. I don't know why. She just dies instantly, right? She just dies instantly. When after those 3 seconds are gone, she dies instantly, and she's on a 40-second cooldown. So it's literally just PvP. But I guess we can count her. Nero's like a great tank. Ludmilla's a great tank. Tia's a great tank. Makima isn't really a tank. She just doesn't die if she falls below 1%, I guess, for 7 seconds, right? There's a big difference, right? So having another tank who's actually pretty good, like Moran is a character I think I would use. I think I would use it, right? One team that I definitely want to try out, and I'll try to get that video either today or tomorrow, is her and Noise, right? Because the thing about Noise is that she was also on a 40-second cooldown. Where is she? She was on a 40-second cooldown as well, but her whole thing is that she gives damage reduction as well when attacked 20 times for 20 seconds. She taunts and gives herself max HP, and then she, you know, increases her max HP and heals all allies when you use her burst skill. So I think going between Noise and Moran is a very good comp, right? That's what I want to try. So we're definitely gonna test that out. But yeah, let's keep seeing. Let's see what else. SSS for drip, SS tier for the drip. Yeah, so I think most people would have heard this tier for the drip, right? But the drip though, yeah, the glasses is just too good. Moran, right? Like, I'm glad. Like, Moran is the character I definitely wanted. Obviously, she's not the greatest in the game, but I'm glad she's not like just unusable. Like, I'm definitely gonna use her, right? Skills and stats would be indicated she's a PvP god, but after some prelim testing, I find her to be worse in practical terms than Noise, simply because she's not rocket launcher unit. Bad burst generation and no AoE means she's weak to taunt and new comps. She's still good though. I'll find a place for her in S arena, but she needs a lot of rocket launchers around her to compensate for her bad burst gen. So yeah, yeah, it's understandable, right? I don't think she's really competing with much, if you want me to be honest, in terms of what she's doing, right? I don't think she's competing with much, but the characters she are competing with are like better, if that makes sense. So I think if A is fine, right? I don't really want to slap her in B tier, but at the same time, it's like realistically, I think she's a low A, high B. But because, you know, the community has voted A, we're gonna put her in A. So you guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or not. It's your boy Zxous. maybe I'm sure some of you guys, like everybody who voted in everything else that's not A wouldn't agree, but obviously like majority of people agree. So the majority votes is how the world works. But it's your boy Zxous. Subscribe, like, I'm out. Peace.